iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racing enthusiasts all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. The car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and racing teams. Our skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly racing series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 200,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams, race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12-Hour. Participate in solo races, championship seasons, and hosted in league events with AI Racing. With a rapidly expanding catalog of 70-plus cars and 85-plus tracks from real-world racing series, test your abilities with challenging computer-based competition. Additional partners include IMSA, the World of Outlaws, and Supercars, allowing members to participate in their very own Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, Sebring 12-Hour, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Hello and welcome, race fans. Tonight, we take on the first of the last quarter of the season. It's on to the dirt ovals, as you've probably spotted in the background there. Pretty iconic shape, can't really miss it too much. As we kick us out this season here at Knoxville, I am Tim Cox. I'm going to be taking you through every step of the way this evening. Great to have so many of you over in chat, ready and waiting to go as well. A few new drivers with us tonight. This being one here, Robert Gilbert, newcomer to the championship. We've also got Bobby Ross. Yet to set a time in practice, but doesn't mean everything necessarily. Of course, been battling with a slight bit of weather bother that they've been having over in his native Florida. Great to have Bobby with us, and of course XSLR legend Joey DiPiero as well, also based out of Florida. God, I sound American. He lives in Florida, not based out of. What does that even mean? God, I hate myself at times. I really do. Yeah, anyway, more seriousness. Yeah. They've had a real shit time, haven't they? Let's face it, with the weather. And also the Carolinas as well. So, hope they're all safe and well. And great to have Bobby racing with us at Fred32V. Great to have you on board over on YouTube chat. Watching one, Mr. Most Mint, that is Andy Kotica, currently sat in the pits. There he is, doing naff all. Coming up for this evening, heat races, of course. Let's walk you through the format for this evening. So let's rush a bit of Wes Carver. There he is in the 35. Yeah, heat racing for us this evening. And probably going to be split 2, maybe 3 heats. Winners will be promoted straight to the final. Consolation race for those that do not make it straight to the final. And that's pretty much going to determine our grid for said final. Before we go racing, fast laps around here, as you can imagine, with dirt ovals, just around about the 22-second mark. And we do have the addition of cautions as well, full course cautions in the final. So that will play a part as well, indeedly. As we are, 1 minute and 5 seconds away from going into qualifying, lone qualifying, as always here at XSLR. So drivers will have the track to themselves. Now, track state, that does play a large part of dirt racing, whether it be oval or road. Now, that is not going to reset for the entirety of the session. Now, so whoever takes part in first heat and gets themselves straight to the final, that track is going to be very, very different to when they last drove on it. There'll be maybe an additional 2 heats plus the consolation as well. So that's going to be treacherous rope. Even the winner of Heat 2 as well will experience some difficulties undoubtedly. So, yeah, bring it on. Bring it on. That's what I say. So, who's going to pick up the win tonight? Who is going to pick up the win tonight? That's the big question. We've got championship standings as well. Let's have a little look at those. There we go. Adam Thompson leads the championship heading into the first of the 4 oval sections. Tyler Brown not too far behind him. I mean, Kosick, Ross, even Kevin Irwin still within a potential shout. Very hard for him to do so. But, it's all... As I left that on, let's see if this all... No, it's all gone wrong here. Let's have a little look at qualifying. Which I was taking to the track while I reset this. There we go. Bring up the right graphics. There we go. Yeah, qualifying. Who's going to take that pole position? Only 3 minutes of qualifying, but with 22-second laps, then, yeah, that'll come thick and fast. Thompson looking quick in the first half of the circuit. What's his time going to be? One of the favourites. Oh, 11.92. There we go, fastest. Rob Gilbert, newcomer to the championship, fastest of anyone in Sector 1, the first half of the circuit. What's it going to be as he rounds that one out? Thompson, well, time on the board. Irwin faster. Gilbert even faster there. Before Kosick slaps it on into second place. Of course, not determining the race. Tyler Brown running fast as well. That's a new fastest time for him. Thompson going quickly, though. Massive improvement in Sector 1. Can he round it out in Sector 2? Yes, he can. He'll take to the top of the timing sheets. But what is Tyler Brown doing right now? Gilbert improving his time, but remains in 5th. How tight are they? Joshua Susie up into 4th. Great from him, but Tyler Brown, it's no improvement. Well, improvement in time, but only marginally. He's going to remain 2nd. Carver going out late. Wise move. Bobby Ross is not taken to the track. No, he's having a few internet issues, so Bobby, I hope you're all safe and well. The fact you're safe and well at its entirety is the main thing. What's Carver going to do? What is he going to do here? It's just personal best in Sector 1. Always going to happen. Second half of the circuit coming in now. Not too confident about him this evening. From speaking to him, well, there you go. Just slaps it into 4th. Going faster than Susie, Kosick, and Gilbert. But well, a 10th and a half. Not even that. Between Gilbert in 7th and Carver in 4th. Really close to those times right now. So he comes around to complete his second lap. Does Carver? Is it any faster? It is, but it's only good enough for 4th still. Only a 10th behind Irwin in 3rd. So that's us done with qualifying. That is us officially done. It's clock, 10 seconds left on that clock. So we will, well, 2 seconds left, 1 second left. We're going to get straight into the heats. It comes thick and fast at you, the action this evening. And we'll be able to take you through that grid very, very shortly for Heat 1 of this evening. There we go. So there we go. Going to be 2 heats. First heat up is Thompson, Irwin on the front row, Susie and Gilbert on row 2. And there is everyone taking to track behind the, like I say, Porsche 911 safety car. So used to saying that, but it's the pace track, in fact. Ready to go racing everyone on the grid, and it's going to lead us up for a lap, or possibly 2. 8 laps per heat this evening. 20 in the consolation, the losers final. And then 40, I believe, for the final. Patrick's not too far from that. Of course, Thompson does have that EOL to serve as well, doesn't he? Now, for instance, at Indianapolis last week here on the channel. So despite setting that fastest time, what to do? I'm being told by the drivers it's quite hard to pass in this new track state that we have, but that will deplete as we move through the proceedings of the evening, therefore making it easier to pass. And it's the fact we've been treated to 2 laps behind the pace truck. This will be over and done with very quickly, so don't go anywhere. If you haven't got your drink by now, unlucky, because action will be coming at you thick and fast. Pace truck in, Kevin Irwin and Susie on the front row. It's Gilbert and Thompson at the back as we're green, we're racing. And a relatively undramatic start there, but Thompson just moving up the inside of Gilbert there. He put in a great qualifier. This guy, fresh out the box to the iRacing service, is Robert Gilbert. But it's our leader. It is Kevin Irwin at the moment. Wow, looking like Thompson going to try to throw some shapes here up the inside of Joshua Susie. And hangs it outside there at the 29. They make a bit of contact there. They're neck and neck. But it's Thompson looking like he's carrying the momentum through the corner. Out of 2, into 3 and 4. With Irwin 6-7 tenths ahead. What impression can Thompson make into that one? Setting the fastest lap of the race. Irwin running in really deep. I thought that was brave. I thought it was ambitious. Trying to gather that momentum, but it's just not worked for him. Because Thompson from the back of the grid slides it on through there. Irwin going to come back at him, but what sort of run is he going to get off the corner? So down from the blimp, there you go. The slow motion broadcasting blimp. And that's 7 on that outside line. It's not giving it up. The 244 slides through on the inside. The 7 looking to cut back. Can he get the drive off the corner? No, he can't. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a new race leader at the half race distance in Heat 1. It's a 244 of Thompson. Going to the top of the field from the back of the grid. Just needs to hold on to this one now. Doesn't need to mess up. Joshua Susie running very well this evening. Currently sitting in 3rd. And closing in on Kevin Irwin, who, after starting well, seems to be struggling a little bit here. And we're setting a personal best, but Thompson just gallivanting away at the front. It's on to the penultimate lap we go. In fact, not far away from completing it, to be fair. There's white flag in the air. 1 to go here from Heat 1. And I think we're pretty much locked in right now for our finishing result. Thompson opening up a 2-second gap in this second half of Heat 1. As he heads into 3. And out of 4, he's going to take the checker flag in Heat 1. He puts his place straight into the final. Start on the front row. Owen, Susie and Gilbert are going to be 2nd, 3rd, 4th respectively. And there you go. Beautiful pirouette to fin things off. Let's get into Heat 2 of this evening. Tyler Brown on the front row with Wesley Carber, Cossack, and, well, we'll see if Bobby Ross joins us. Not sitting a time in qualifying. There's our Bob Ross. And I do believe that could well be him on the track. Yes, it is. Great to have him with us. Great to see. There he is in the 33. I'm just waiting on Carber. He's letting him probably gone to grab a lovely beverage of some way, shape, or form. He has got, so he's got 18 seconds left. There you go, and he pops in. Oh, that's nice and complicated. Very similar livery to Bobby Ross. On board with him right now. So you take in a bit of a scenery here. And well, look forward to yet again another great evening of racing here in XSLR on slow motion broadcasting. Season 8. Where has the time gone already? So we anticipate there. They come behind the pace truck. Will catch me out that one at some point, undoubtedly. Barney there, ready, waiting in anticipation to get us going. From Knoxville. We get to find out very shortly who's going to pick up this win in Heat 2. A lot of big names there. Brown looking for a good result here. Bobby Ross, the one to watch out for, could really upset the apple cart here. So you make their way through the final turns. There we go. Pace truck will be pulling in very shortly as we get ready to go racing for the second time this evening from Knoxville. So there goes the flag. We're green. We're racing down towards turn 1. This Brown is going to get the whole shot. The 35 hanging around the outside. Cossack and 50 making a bit of contact. The 33, they're free wide here off the 2. But it's the 35 that's in front, ahead of the 50. And Ross in that 33 behind. Just acting as the sweeper, almost looking to go free wide once more. They've settled into their rhythm. And Brown not getting away like we saw Thompson do in the second half of Heat 1. So I say that pulls out a couple of tenths on Carber, but Carber's got to think about what's happening behind him because Cossack growing into this race, hot on his heels. In the same way, Cossack needs to be careful because the aspirations of that 33 of Bobby Ross right behind him. And a much, much closer race here in Heat 2. It's about just getting through your heats and regardless of what's underneath you. Carber did put in the most amount of laps during. Ross really falling behind. That is incredibly surprising to see. I am genuinely shocked by that one. Carber got to be happy with this result if you can hold on to this one. Only onto, we're coming on lap 5, halfway through it. In fact, it's the exit out of 2. Down the back straight away. Across the line, they're going to come. It is Brown from Carber, from Cossack, from Ross. So out of 2 they come. Straight into 3. No hanging around here whatsoever. Ross just setting the fastest lap of the race, incidentally. On board with the 33. Oh, it's a bit out of shape from Carver in front, and it's Cossack side by side. He senses the opportunity in the 50. He's going to swoop down and claim that second place. And it was all down to Carver just getting out of shape, and already white flag in the air, 1 to go here. And it's getting really intense. It is coming alive, and there's contact at 35 up on 2 wheels, and well, after a great race, he's going to lose out, but it's going to be Tyler Brown who's going to take that victory here. He's your race winner. Cossack second, Ross third, and Carver. Well, it all fell apart for him at the end. Let's take a little look back on the replay. Exactly how it all unfolded. Getting really out of shape there for Carver. So we look down there, and then, oh, well, of course, the replays, because we transition through the session, it's going to cut out on us. And let's take you through your grid for the third race of the evening, the Constellation. Got there in the end. It is Erwin on the front row with Cossack. Of course, both those two finishing second in the heats. Row 2 is for those finished third in the heats. It's Susie and Ross, with Gilbert and Carver bringing up the rear. I think everyone, can you tell it's 25 past 1 in the morning in the UK? Bit of a yawn there. Creeping in. That's where we're underway. Behind the pace truck. Everyone getting really far out in front of it there. Needs to be careful because you might pick up a penalty for that one, and that could destroy your race. So pace truck comes on by. I mean, talk about doing it the hard way. Have you ever done it the hard way? That's a pole and a half. Oh, double puddage there. Double innuendos. Didn't even think about the second one. It just came to me. There you go. There's the hat trick. We are complete. Of course, this will be setting the remainder of the grid, this race result, for the final. 10 laps here. Before we get into the final, 30 laps, I believe, we are racing for tonight as pace truck pulls in. Let's get ready to go racing for the third time this evening. As flag down, we're green, we're racing. Down in a 1, it's Erwin's going to get the whole shot. Carver trying to fly it right around the outside of Gilbert there. They're close, but it's also close in front of them between Susie and Ross. 29 there, Susie. Coming into his strengths here on the dirt ovals. Struggling on the dirt road, but it's a great thing to see as Gilbert and Carver still side by side. That mistake from Carver in the heat 2. Looking like those chickens are coming home to roost for him right now. As it's twitchy, it's nervous from Gilbert there. As these two side by side once more into 1. They head out of 2. We're starting to throw some shapes a little bit there, but these two still inseparable. And oh, Susie having a mistake there into the wall, and that's going to allow Ross to come on by in the 33. But it's going to back Susie right up into, actually not quite, as they're still scrapping away here in the 32, the 35. It's Carver back in front once again. But here comes the undercut from Gilbert. Can he make it work? No, just got it too sideways for too long there. Cossack just setting fastest lap of the race. A man on the move, but Erwin already opened up 7/10 of a second. Ross replies with a new fastest lap. going 4/100ths of a second faster, in fact, than what Kosick did previously. Only a half race distance here from Knoxville. And it's Ross once again with a new fastest lap. He goes faster by about 100th of a second. What kind of impression can Ross make on Kosick in these closing stages? Let's keep an eye on what's going on behind. Carver is catching Susie. Could make up another place here. Top two unchanged. Irwin and Kosick first and second still. I can tell you, it's getting close up front. As Irwin setting a personal best, and now Kosick under a lot of pressure. Ross getting close. And he's the driver's right now, and he swoops down to block off the process of Ross there. It's the exit out of 3 across the start line. It's going to be Ross who's going to get that inside line and try to slide his way on by. But Kosick's going to have the momentum if he can get this run just about right. But it's been null and void here for Ross, who's going to pick up another place. He's going to get himself into second, is he? Yes, he is. There's our trio at the rear as we're all white flag in the air. Already on the final lap here, Irwin gallivanting away. Last chances here to make up places as he's on the back straightaway. Heading into 3. And out of 4. He's going to take that victory here today in the B main. And there's drama late on as, oh, it's all gone wrong. Right at the death row Carver. He's going to crawl across the line in last. And well, it's Irwin, Ross, Kosick, Susie and Gilbert. They are your finishers. And well, let's we head into the warm-up now. 7-minute warm-up. Who set that up? Finny McFinger. No way Adam made it through off the heats. Rigged. This must feel like dirt toner for these cars. You're not wrong there, my friend. Not wrong there. Great to have you over in chat on YouTube. We are available on Twitch as well. For those of you who maybe prefer Twitch or have a Twitch, I don't know. Either way, we've really got to hang around for about 6 minutes 20 seconds here. Some of us have got a bed to get into. 1:30 in the morning. What am I doing? Do it for the love. Do it for the love. Nothing more, nothing less. So, well, of course, now let's talk about this final that we've got coming up. Because we are going to have cautions. They're going to be available to us, so when there's incidents out on track, yes, Finny McFinger, you can harass Adam here too over on Twitch and YouTube. A Adam roasting, it's an Adam spit roast right now, isn't it? You know, you're coming in from both ways. And definitely putting the roast into the spit roast as well. Interestingly, Kosick, the only driver not to put a lap in or come out onto track during this warm-up. Irwin has, so they'll shuffle around as they're setting new times. 22 seconds lapse, as I was mentioning it. Finny McFinger, he wishes I could spit roast him. I heard he prefers docking. Racing on, highly professional as always. Have you heard about SMB's new Thompson Trophy for fuel management? No, I haven't. Is that well? I mean, we do have a cost of living crisis going on at the moment. Certainly not the hyperinflation experienced in Zimbabwe a fair few years ago. Not to those levels, but you know, it's tough times. Tough world out there right now. But no, I'd love to hear more about the Thompson Trophy for fuel management. I mean, he has been known to run out of fuel, so I'm guessing it must be alluding to that. If you okay, so here we go. We've got the definitive answer. If you run out of fuel at the end of the race, because maths is hard. Maths, you missed the S off now, my friend. You win the trophy. Okay. Let's ride on board around Knoxville. So we hunt down Wes Carver. Oh, it's Cossack just exiting the pits there. So there you go. He makes an appearance here in this final. So there goes Carver. We've made it on by. It's all good. How long have we got left? 2 minutes left of this. And these cars, that is going to get you, what, some 6 laps? Maybe 5? That berm looks like instant death. Funnily enough, Finny, I was thinking exactly the same thing earlier on. That's alluding to that raised part on the inside there. It's very hard to see from these camera angles. Let's run on board with Thompson, see if we can pick it out on the inside there. There it is. Just nestling, resting, cushioning. That front left wheel there onto it to try and help with aid a bit of rotation. But if you clip it too wrong, that's it. It's going to be game over for you. And undoubtedly there's going to be someone who hits it. Someone who gets it a bit out of shape as this track wears in more and more. 50 seconds left. It's gonna there's gonna be a mistake, maybe 2. Some of our drivers. So who's going to cause that first caution this evening? That's a very poignant question maybe to be asked us. Are we going to go green all the way? Would it be the first time that we've had that here at XSLR? Some key battles. Thompson versus Brown being one of them. Ross versus Irwin and Cossack. A freeway. So we've covered spit race earlier on. Now onto freeways. A threesome of trouble. Yeah, keep an eye out for that one. There we go. As we finish the session, we head up into the sky and transition across into the next session, the final. And let's take you through how they're going to line up the runners and riders here for this final. There we go. Thompson and Brown, the two championship rivals on the front row. So Irwin and Ross on row 2 with their... Andy Kosick, who's fighting for third in that championship, lining up just behind them. He's next to Joshua Susie on row 3. Row 4, your final row. That is Rob Gilbert and Wesley Carber. There we go. So we're looking good right now for a few of our drivers. Just taking to the grid. Gonna get away. Everyone on the track and ready to go racing. As mentioned, 30 laps here in the final. Oh, I can't help myself. I'm praying there's not too many incidents. I want to go to bed tonight. Or if there are, just don't report them if any of the drivers are listening in right now. Fitting Finger saying over on YouTube, he's the only one running that line on entry 2. Someone needs to get down there with him to slick it up. See if he can stick it still. It's a valid point, that one. Maybe Random McGrew. We need someone like you on board here to, in the championship, to stick it to him. Come around to complete the first lap of 2 behind the pace truck, so the pace truck will be in. We don't have to because the lights are out on the pace truck. They're not flashing anymore. So who will claim this first road victory? We've got a few questions to ask. Who's going to bring out the first caution? That's probably going to be Wes Carver based on what we've seen so far. 2 incidents so far from each of it. Well, the incident in each race so far. As pace truck is in. Let's get ready to go racing in the final. Down to turn 1 we go. Who's going to make it? Who's going to emerge out front of this? Thompson Fireworks kicking off here. We head down the back straightaway. It is all go. It's all show for them. As Brown not having the best of starts. Erwin battling against him. Brown on the low line there. It's Erwin on the high line. But here comes Ross trying to steam on through. And is he going to make contact? Yes, he is. And that's surely going to bring our first caution. Oh, someone being flipped there in the air. Who was that? That was Joshua Susie. Carber, I think, got caught up too. It's kind of all unfolded. This came down low and wasn't expecting Brown to maybe come down so quickly. We'll take a look at this from another angle. Let's run on board with Wes Carber right now. He's going to watch it all unfold in front of him. He didn't get away with that one. Oh, he did. He did. How did he avoid that one? How? We're going to look at it from Joshua Susie's point of view now. Oh, there was no way he could avoid it. Barrel rolling his way through the corner. As the fireworks had barely gone out here. Already we're back into caution. Wes playing the role of Moses, being said on chat. He was exactly. He was parting the seas. He was parting these cars and heading on through. That says way more sexual than an English accent. Everything is better in English with an English accent. That's why we get sort of weirdly. Brits tend to be cast as villains in films. Exception James Bond, but then, you know, maybe one of our drivers feeling, well, I think Susie feeling a bit more shaken than stirred tonight. Pace truck is in. It's Irwin and Thompson on the front row. As we're green, we're racing, and a better reaction there from Thompson. This is Irwin, but here comes Kosick in the 50. What's he got up on that inside line? Irwin holding on for dear life right now. Carver behind. He's juking out. No, he's not. It is Susie and Gilbert who are juking things out just behind them, but it's still happening right now. There's battle for second. Kosick in front of Irwin though. But here comes Carver on the attack. Trying to find his way through. Kosick to the right. There's Irwin down low. Has to back out of it. Check up a little bit, getting sideways. That's going to compromise his exit off of the corner there. Oh, wow, that's brought Susie and Gilbert right back into play. Brown, a man in a hurry right now as he tries to find his way past. You can see Thompson just getting away from things. Already 1.1 seconds clear of the field. And then it's the peloton, the pack behind Kevin Irwin. Kosick. There's Susie running a bit wide. Gilbert, well, him and Gilbert just trading places. Kosick up into the walls. It's Irwin, Kosick, Carver, Susie, Gilbert. They're still trading places. It's all into the berm. Goes to 35, and that's where's Carver. And they're already free wide as we head into free. This group at the back cannot sort themselves out. Ross will he get by Gilbert? Oh, and there's contact. It's the 35, it's the 821, and we're surely going to go yellow once more. Yes, we are. A bit of afters there between Ross and Carver. Well, top section, pretty much top three certainly will reform if how they were. Thompson, Irwin, and Kosick at the previous restart. But this is where it's all shaken about, right behind them. As we have got behind them Susie, Gilbert, Brown, Carver and Ross both taking to pit road. There they are. Drivers who have 2 fast repairs available to them. So looking to utilise them early on. Now catch up with the pack. It's still on the pace truck. Love that sick 50-50 grind by Wes. It was a sick 50-50 grind. I cannot lie with that one. And let's just have a little look at all unfolded here for these drivers. And it was, oh, contact there with Brown. It's on board from Carver's point of view. 8:21 of Tyler Brown just ahead of us on our driver's right there. I think maybe Brown coming back down the track is what caused the collision. Lights out on the pace truck, so that's in this lap. Good job we caught that one with where it is, because we're just heading into turn 3. Wow, yeah. And 4. Pack are back together. Thompson going to control the pace as we're green. We're racing once more here in the final from Knoxville. As our leader's lead has been diminished, and Brown, well, they're already free wide again. Ross and Carver almost coming to blows once more. They've got Gilbert in the mix as well to contend with. But up front is Kosick and Joshua. Susie's going to get the slide on Kosick, but Kosick getting this counter slide working. An absolute treat there. And Brown can do nothing but sit and wait in that 8:21 right now. He's stuck with super glue. It's Cossack under pressure, back in front of Susie as they trade places once more. And Seal, Tyler Brown almost collecting. Cossack there on his way through as he tries to make his way through the field. Carver and Ross still side by side, right behind the rear of the field. Gilbert just in front of him acting as a sweeper, and Cossack and Susie go to... Well, no, sorry, it's Cossack and Brown now. Susie clearing off into the distance in third. Cossack down to fourth, sitting there at the moment still. Almost had a little bit of a bump and run there. Brown backs out. Look at Bobby Ross. He's going to come streaming on by. He's going to find that inside line. There's contact. There's wheels banning. Here comes Carver now. That's Carver onto the berm. Oh, and it's all gone wrong for him. So that's one out of the equation. Now it's Cossack. Oh, Bobby Ross, Tyler Brown, and Robert Gilbert. Here on lap 13. Still as close as you like, and that gap from Thompson had obviously evaporated at the start. It's now back out at 1.5 seconds. Finney McFinger saying Brown doing a good job on that high line. He is at the moment, but he needs to find more. He needs to fade away past, well, Bobby Ross ideally, or utilise Bobby Ross to try and haul him up to the back of Joshua Susie. He's having the race of his life right now, sitting in third. Carver is closing in a little bit on this group. Could wake his way onto the back of them, and well, if that happens, he'll be right back in the fight. New personal best there from Ross, 33, setting a 22.44. So slower than pace setter Thompson at 2:44, ironically. You have 22.37 from him. Things calm down a little bit, but only momentarily, as Susie now only 8 tenths in front of Ross. It does pull out a little tenth there. Now the start finish straight away. Deary me, the attack of the yawns right now. To look further down through the group, Brown has Cossack hot on his heels, and in fact Ross has just cleared off. He's headed off into the distance. 1.1 seconds the advantage. But Susie just keeps pulling away bit by bit against Ross. This close, but can he hold on? So we're on lap 19, nearly at 2/3 race distance. There you go, there it is, lap 20. That is that 2/3 race distance. There's Cossack in reverse right now. Gilbert onto the berm. Cossack holds it together. Gilbert remains behind, and after a great start to this race, it's just been Cossack in reverse right now. Susie still, well, say still. That got down into the 6 tenths. Ross pushing hard. Touches it into the 5 tenths, but that's cost him from being too aggressive on corner entry. So we've got, something has happened. And we are, to believe, a incident from Carver's what's going to bring out the flags here. Oh, it just spins out. Triple cross of which spins him back round, putting in the wrong direction on the racing line there. There goes race leader Thompson. Wow. There you go, folks. And we're back in the caution, 22 laps out of the 30. It's Thompson from Erwin, Susie from Ross, Brown, Cossack, Gilbert, Carver. Will he, in fact, drop a lap down? The answer to that is no. He's managed to keep himself on the lead lap. That's a valiant effort, all things considered, from Carver. And, well, for these restarts, it is a great reset. It brings you right back off onto the tail end of the pack. Because we're getting late, I believe should be single file restarts here. Yeah, there we go. Everyone lining up. Like still on the pace track though. We've got another lap behind that to go. Here from Knoxville. Pace truck will be in. Carver back in the fight with 7 rabbits to chase. LFG Wes. Oh, my friend, it is. What turnaround that could be. After running strong, there is definitely pace in that 35. It's just all the silly mistakes is what's made just all fall apart here. Restart will be easier for Erwin. You can see Thompson right in his sights. He moves down low. He gets going. We go racing again. Once more here from Knoxville on lap 23. Ross getting stuck instantly to that 29 of Joshua Susie, but he can see Erwin right in front. And coming alive here from Knoxville. Ross has been around this championship long enough to know that if he does not get out in front, as Susie going for second here against Erwin, he's going to slide down low. Will he show him off on the exit? Yes, he will. He's going to claim second place. Ross trying to execute exactly the same maneuver here against Erwin. Susie a little bit close, they touch wheels. Ross gets loose on Larry like a bucking bronco right now, this Ford 34 legend. But now it's the time of Erwin to head into reverse and move on down through the field. As Brown going to inflict more misery at owning the restart, only 4 laps to go. Kevin Erwin in that 7. Elected to say, oh, I've had enough time running in second, and he's going to drop down. It'll be further. Running out of the podium places. Ross it now into it. Oh, that's Ross loose. Here comes Erwin. Oh, and that's Tyler Brown into the wall. And Brown is lost not one. Oh, he's pointing the wrong direction. We go yellow once more. So look, we saw Ross getting loose there, and the 7 just drifted up to avoid Ross, and that's what pushed the 821 up into the wall. Look at that again, there you go. Bit of a racing incident there. It's here on lap 27, we go yellow once more, and well, folks, grab yourself a drink very quickly and buckle up because we have not got long left. It's all going to happen in the blink of an eye. Light's still on the pace truck. She's got a little bit of time. But go for it. Hydration aid has been replenished, folks. Big one needed here for this final stage. Lights up on the pace truck in this lap. Into 3, there you go. Will that be the last caution this evening? You've got to feel for Brown. After those valiant efforts to get himself looking at potentially a place on the podium. It's down to the back of the field, and with only 2 laps remaining here from Knoxville. Thompson heads off into the distance, but it's Ross and Irwin that are side by side, and it's Irwin who's got the bad drive off of the corner. He tries to come back alongside on the inside line, but he's nowhere near. It's not good enough, and Ross into 3rd. There's Susie in 2nd, who's desperate to hold on to that one. Bet your bottom dollar on that one. Kosick down to the back. Brown already past Carver as he looks to pick off of Gilbert. That 32 already. This is all about damage limitation here for Brown, but we've got 2 to go, including this lap. It's going to be white flag in the air as Brown does make it on through. I don't think he's going to get past Kosick. White flag in the air. It's 1 to go. Thompson leading. Ross is up into 2nd. He's ahead of Susie, who drops down to 3rd. And he's got 2 tenths and half a lap to hold off of Kevin Irwin here, the 7. Can he find a way by? I don't think it's going to happen, but it's going to be taking the victory. The first one on the dirt ovals is Thompson. Oh, what a result. Fireworks aplenty. There we go. Let's take them in. Here at Knoxville. Dramatic final. I'll take you through your results. Thompson with the victory. Ross in 2nd. Susie 3rd. Kosick's in 4th. Gilbert on his debut in 5th. He'll be happy with that one. Carver, great recovery. Kevin Irwin. Something's happened to him, so he's dropped all the way to 7th. Is it doing an infringement at the restart? Instant point limit, maybe? Has he crossed the line in 4th? I mean, instant point limit is the only thing I can think of, but he's not really been involved in any instance in the final, so not too sure. Looking good there. So that's how Ross got on by the 29 of Susie. Clearly some sort of post-race penalty being handed out there to Irwin. Oh well, let's get stuck into some reviews. Calimon, black flag for passing pace car. Or WE. Not sure what WE stands for, but there you go. I think you're right there. Absolutely right. Dear. Drama right to the very end. Let's have we'll have a bit of a chat and catch up with some of our drivers, our top 3. Very, very shortly. I see they're sat waiting on by. And we're going to start with... Tell you what, let's start with 3rd place first. A little different order. Normally do 1st place, but... we're doing things in a different order this evening. A different order. Let's move on to our 3rd place interview. We're going to be joined by Joshua Susie. Joshua, well, congratulations. Got to be happy with that one. I mean, could have even been the 2nd place at some time. At one stage or another.
Yeah, that was a great race. Had a lot of fun. I lost it a bit, 2 laps to the end. I almost got Bobby back, but couldn't quite bring it in.
Well, yeah, it was getting really close. It was ebbing and flowing. I mean, between you. I mean, it seems like you seem to be really enjoying it and finding a real vein of form on the dirt ovals.
I really enjoy dirt ovals. When I can find my groove, they come my direction.
Good stuff. Great result. Great to see. Congratulations, Joshua Susie there, coming home in third place.
Thank you.
No problem there. Let's move on to second place, Mr. Bob Ross himself. Bobby, well, an eventful week with you with the weather, and then an eventful race here tonight as well.
Yeah, obviously my thoughts and condolences are with the people on the west coast of Florida. Thankfully for me, I was on the east coast, so I wasn't affected too bad, but still, what's going on in the west coast of Florida, along with North Carolina and Tennessee, is pretty rough right now. So thoughts and prayers going to them. With regards to the race tonight, I'll be honest, I thought I was going to miss it because I had my job till 8 o'clock, and it's about a 22-minute drive from my house, so I was going for it. I was trying to see if I could make it. Thankfully, I did make the qualifying, and I barely I barely made the heat. So after all that, to come into second place with little practice, yeah, I'll take that.
Oh, definitely. It was a challenging way. I mean, we had that big incident, lap 2, which I think you got caught up with, bringing out our first caution this evening. Did you sort of maybe think, is it just going to be one of those evenings? Is this a sign of things to come, or were you still feeling quietly confident at that stage?
At first I was like, oh shoot, because I forgot who it was that turned into me, because I thought I had the inside, and then when it got whoever it was that turned into me, and it was like, at the moment I was like, is my night kind of over? But then I was like, the steering was kind of good, but let me try to do a fast repair. I forgot that you have to go at the pits at an angle with this track. So I kept on saying, oh, you're going too far left, too far right. And I was like, I'm going to be a lap down. Got to correct that. And thankfully, I didn't have to worry about damage tonight.
Definitely. All worked out well in the end. Congratulations, Bobby Ross. I finished you in second place.
Thank you, Tim, and thank you to always for slow motion broadcasting, for always doing top-notch commentary. You have a good night, Tim.
And you, Bobby Ross there. Lovely as always, isn't he? Absolutely lovely. And, well, we're going to round things out with our race winner. Let's drag him on down. Well, there's a lot to say, and undoubtedly, I'm sure no different this evening. Race winner, Adam Thompson.
Thanks. Thank you.
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, the cautions, they were either play into your hands or not. I mean, it must have got frustrating. You build up a lead, and then it gets eradicated again because they've got a caution. It must have been quite frustrating at times.
Well, I mean, as the track started to wear in, it was getting more and more frustrating because I clearly wasn't. What are you making? Sure, I'll cook it on the grill. All right, sorry, I'm in the middle of an interview, babe. Anyways, so I'm back. But yeah, as the track started to wear in,
we're not fussed about the racing. Realistically, what's she cooking?
We're gonna do some shrimp scampi on the grill tonight.
Hold on, shrimp and scampi. What sauces are we battering it? What are we doing?
Dude, I don't know. I don't. We'll figure that out when we get there, Tim.
Okay.
But back to the racing thing. Yes, it was. As the track started to wear in, it got more and more difficult. Watching Finney in the chat, got more and more difficult to figure out the line again, and I think Suji had it figured out, especially when the track wore in. I'm probably someone to look out for in the dirt ovals that I don't think any of us thought.
No, definitely challenging, and certainly for yourself. After winning the first heat, then not being on track until the final, had it evolved too much, the track, and was it a bit of a challenge at times when you coming out of not a lot of racing for such a period?
No, it didn't really evolve that much between the heats and the feature race or the consi, but that 7-minute warm up, you could start to feel that bottom line get a little bit slicker. But I was surprised how long that bottom line stayed the fastest line. I mean, all the way up to about lap 20. It was definitely quicker. Then you had to start adjusting your line because you still wanted to get down there to the bottom side, at least on corner apex. So you had to start being super careful. As you saw, that's when people started getting pretty sideways, not squaring the corner off.
Okay, well, congratulations, a race victory here tonight. Adam Thompson, congratulations.
Thanks, Tim, and shout out to Finney for being an asshole.
No worries, Adam Thompson there, who, saying how it gets slicker on the bottom. And seemed to quite enjoy it as well. Well, folks, it's been a eventful evening, to say the least, hasn't it? That's for certain. Thank you very much for joining me. Congratulations to Thompson, Ross, and Susie, our podium sitters this evening. Filling Finger saying he's grilling another rabbit that he killed in his backyard. Most likely, a bit of rabbit stew, maybe. Possibilities are endless. If you, mind you, we'll have to be a little bit careful. Doesn't want to trip to the dentist due to the lead for the bullet in said rabbit. And on that bombshell, it's time to end. Thank you very much for joining me. I've been Tim Cox. We'll be back here on the channel for XSLR when it returns in a week's time. Obviously, round 2 of the Dirt Ovals, and we are heading to Limaland. That'll be an interesting one, or Limaland. It depends on how you want to say it. Either way, thank you very much for joining me. It's been a pleasure. Take care. Good night. Have a great week. See you then.